Tankers, I'm Blitz, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the T-44-100 Hellfire, as it has just come into the bundle section today for the price tag of $12.99. Now, already $12.99 for a Tier 8 premium tank is very, very cheap. So when you see it also comes with 14 days of premium, the legendary camouflage, fully equipped, 500,000 credits, and as well, XP boosters, you might be thinking, how is this bundle so cheap? Well, there is a major catch, and you're looking at it right now in my garage. It's the tank itself, the T-44-100. I really just don't like this vehicle, and the reason for that being is if you happen to take a slight glance at the statistics, you notice, hey, they're exactly the same as the T-44. However, this tank has 2 degrees less gun depression. That's right, it's sitting at a meager 5 degrees of gun depression. So where the T-44 is actually pretty flexible, 7 degrees, you're able to work most ridge lines, yeah, this tank, not a chance. Second of all, it doesn't have any better armor on the front. The turret, in my opinion, is actually weaker. And not to mention the side armor. Yeah, it does have spaced armor, so it's going to stop some heat rounds. If there's like a T-49 aiming at you, yeah, that's like the only tank you're really going to benefit from. But other than that, really like 5mm of side armor really isn't going to save you that much in general. I rarely find myself ever getting high explosive up the side of my tank. And unfortunately, there's no spaced armor up the butt, so any shells that are coming at your rear are still going to penetrate with high explosive. So honestly, the armor profile is a little bit worse in my opinion. You can side scrape a little bit, but really it's not going to work too well. The reason this tank was in my liking when it first came out was because it was a free tank to get. You could have actually earned it just by playing in the event. However, now that we're gaming selling it for a price tag, I feel it's just not a good tank. So here we go. I'm going to be playing 2 games live here, or 3 games depending on how they come out. We'll be seeing how the tank plays, and I'm going to be showing you just how bad the gun depression is. When you combine its meager damage per minute, it doesn't have really anything great going for it. There's no defining characteristic. Even the camouflage, when you look at it, it's kind of pixelated. I wish they'd made the camo a little bit nicer looking, but here we go. Let's get straight into it. Now, talking about the aiming time, it actually has decent aiming time, as you can see. The on-movement dispersion values as well aren't too bad, but again, they're exactly the same as the T-44. So everything I'm saying here also goes for the T-44. You can see the tank isn't necessarily the fastest here. We're not going crazy speed. You might as well just run a Mod 1 if you want the extra armor, especially because the T-54 Mod 1 comes at such a cheap price tag. But one nice thing is that it does carry a decent amount of damage per minute, and as well a decent amount of standard penetration. So there we go, we have a T-49 right there, who I'm not too worried about at all, because as I've said, he really can't pen me. However, we are getting shot up the butt there. I'm not sure what's hitting me. That would probably be like an E25 maybe. Not sure what would actually do that, but I want to be careful here because I don't see anybody else. There we go. We got the T-49s right in front of me. And there you go. There's an example. Literally do not have enough gun depression to penetrate the T-49. And thankfully he missed a shell on me. But literally we do not have... Look, I have to drive all the way over the ridge just to get one singular shell into the enemy T-49. Now we're going to give him a little love tap here and finish him off. But really I had to drive all the way over the ridge just to get a single shell into that poor guy. So that's the first example of the gun not really working too well. Now, thankfully, we did bounce from, it looks like a stock Jagdpanther there, or a Jagdpanther. Oof, turret ripped off of that poor guy as he falls off the ridge. But I want to get out of here before I am hit by any more shells across the map, like that AMX there you did see. And there you go, you can see the side armor working very well against an E25. Yeah, the side armor on this tank really isn't going to stop anything, so don't expect it if you do pick up this tank to really work wonders. But here we go, we got a Tiger side. Somehow that actually penned right through the gun mantlet, it looked like. So that was a pretty nasty shell. That was the guy that actually shot us before, it seems. But what else do we got? So we got the Jagdpanther that's probably sitting back there somewhere. So I definitely want to be careful from that. If I'm spotted, I'll know that it's the Jagdpanther. But there we go, another nice tap into the Tiger. Ooh, there's an E25. Want to stay clear of that. I'll wait until I'm reloaded, then maybe we'll get a nice tap into him. There we go, 288. I do like the alpha on this tank. That's one thing that these guns really do excel in, especially the 44 or like the Mod 1, is they have a pretty decent amount of alpha, as you can see. Taking off 300 hit points in a Russian vehicle with 2300 damage per minute is actually a pretty solid number. So there we go, but you have to see I constantly have to pull out. I'm literally losing hit points just to tap that guy. We're going to finish off this E25 here. There we go. So this was actually a pretty solid game for the tank that we are playing in. But that's about all the damage we're going to get off in this battle here. 1,746. Oof, that was an unfortunate bounce from Jedmore over there, but I'm going to try and help him out. See if I can finish off that IS-3 defender who looks like he's still reloading his clip. That's a long clip reload. I think it's like 23 seconds on the defender. So here we go. Let's go as quick as we can. Oof, that's a nasty shell. Alright, let's see if we can help him out. I don't think we're going to be able to save him, but I'm going to do my best I can. So here we go. One shell in. No, of course we don't pen him. But let's see if we can pen him. No, unfortunately we didn't get a pen in there. But we did a decent amount of damage. But you got to see that really the gun depression on this tank is a struggle. I had to drive out in the open multiple times, receiving hits on my tank from that E25, the Ag Panther. We were hit because I had to drive out in the open. And when you're running a normal T-44, I could have just sat behind the little hill there. I could have done a way better job of keeping my hit points, saving my sanity in that tank. So here we go. We're going to play one more game in this tank, see how we do. So what are we up against? We got an FD-301. This is actually a pretty good matchup, judging what we are running. And thankfully, that Smasher, because we do have that side armor, is not going to be penning us. However, I will say, I'm pretty sure his heat cells will overmatch that spaced armor we do have on our tank. So I'm going to be pushing into my normal medium spot up by this building here, but I actually don't know if we have enough gun depression to work at that effectively, because, yeah, 5 degrees is not necessarily the best. I almost run this thing like I run the WZ-120, the Tier 9 medium tank. So here we go. Let's get into position. Gonna pop into this bush here, see if we can spot anybody trying to cross. Now, I actually think I'm going to go over to the other side of this barrel here. Usually when you don't spot anyway, you notice they have somewhat of a heavy lineup. Sometimes the heavy tanks like to cross right through here. You can actually outspot them. Yep, there you go. So there's one spotted. I don't want to shoot just yet because I want to make sure that I can spot the other guys if they pop through. So we'll see if anybody else pops through before I do shoot. There's the Carnarvon. We got the T69 there, though. I will take a snapshot at that. So, yes, there we go. Nice little tap into that guy. Hopefully we're not spotted, which we aren't, which is good for us. So there goes that guy. We've got the T-32 right there, so it looks like that Carnarvon is on his own, which means that we might be able to push on this guy. So I do know he does not have the best alpha damage with his gun, and there we go. Nice penetration for us. Yeah, this tank really, I'm not digging it, but here we go. Let's see if we can take out this Carnarvon. We might be able to bully. Oh, goody me, I love this gun. I'm not sure where that shell actually hit on the guy, but of course we get lit on fire. Pretty much everything that's happening to this tank is bad luck so far. So this Carnarvon is ripping us apart, and we get a damage. I swear that every single time this tank receives a shell, it hurts me. Well, yeah, of course it would hurt. That was a bad shot. Still trying to get these PC controls out on me, but I swear every time this thing gets hit, it literally loses some sort of a piece of equipment you need. So there you go, we got the T69. We actually got a nice shell across the map into that guy. We did receive one ourselves, and you can see that side armor is drilled with holes in it because, of course, it doesn't really work too well. But thankfully, we were able to hit that Carnarvon, and he's taken out. So we've got 3 tanks left. We've got the T-32 over here, who, yeah, we don't have enough pen to tap, and he'll probably tap us right through the turret if he can get a shot on us, so I'm going to stay away from that. Alright, let's see if we can push up maybe on the Smasher here. He is full health, and we just have enough hit points that I think if we do get a heat shell fired at us, we should be able to survive it. So hopefully we will survive the shell. But I'm going to angle it to my side. Actually, he's not aiming at us. So here we go. Let's get some nice damage out on this guy. And hopefully this will be a decent victory for us. So there we go. We broke 2,000 damage. But really, like, the T-44 is a way better tank in my opinion. I could have done everything in the T-44. I could have easily shot that Carnarvon, not worried about the gun depression. I wouldn't have had to wedge my tank on certain angles to get the gun depression out. You can see it doesn't even earn the best of credits because you have to fire a lot of premium rounds in this tank. Honestly, it's like a 50-50 if you should even buy this bundle. It's so cheap. But at the same time, is it really worth it to buy this tank? So, in my personal opinion, if you want to get the tank, if you want to get all the other stuff in the bundle, it's definitely not a bad deal. You're still getting a premium tank, you're still earning credits, plus all the other benefits in the tank with the premium account, everything else like that. It's really not that bad of a deal. How much does 14 days of premium cost? It costs about 2,000 gold, which is already about, let's say, about $8. So just in that you're getting your money's worth in the bundle. So I don't think it's a bad offer. It's just that the tank you're getting isn't the best of tanks. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you want to buy this vehicle, let me know. But other than that, guys, I hope you're all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, by the way, if you're not subscribed. Help me get to 16,000 subscribers. But other than that, guys, I hope you're all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.